Conclusion. When communication becomes leadership. By the time communication breaks down, most professionals believe they have already failed. Something went wrong. A signal was missed. A phrase landed badly. A client reacted unexpectedly. The instinct is to look backward, searching for the error that caused the rupture. This book has argued for a different understanding. Breakdowns in global client communication are rarely caused by isolated mistakes. They emerge when systems are stretched beyond their tolerance, by pressure, complexity, emotional load, cultural difference, or linguistic strain. The failure is not personal. It is structural. Once that distinction becomes clear, everything changes. You stop chasing perfection in wording and start designing conditions in which meaning can survive pressure. You stop trying to control people and begin stabilising systems. You stop reacting to behaviour and start reading what that behaviour is responding to. That shift is the essence of MC3. Throughout this book, you have seen how communication bends long before it breaks, how pace, structure, emotion, hierarchy, and language quietly reshape meaning. You have explored how misalignment forms not through conflict, but through drift. You have learned how to prevent collapse where possible, how to contain it when it occurs, and how to lead conversations back into flow without erasing what happened. None of these capabilities rely on charisma, authority, or personality. They rely on awareness, restraint, and design. This is why communication control is not manipulation. It is stewardship. When communication is treated as a system rather than an exchange of words, professionals regain agency. They no longer feel at the mercy of difficult dynamics, shifting client behavior, or cultural misunderstanding. They can intervene calmly, precisely, and without escalation, even when stakes are high. Importantly, this approach does not require you to soften reality. Clients will still be demanding. Pressure will still exist. Complexity will not disappear. What changes is your capacity to operate inside that complexity without being consumed by it. You will notice, over time, that conversations begin to feel different. Less brittle. More predictable. Less emotionally draining. Clients will not always agree with you, but they will feel held by the interaction. They will sense clarity even when decisions are difficult. They will trust the process even when outcomes are uncertain. This is not because you are saying better things. It is because you are holding communication differently. MC3 is not a script to be followed. It is a system to be embodied. Some tools will become instinctive quickly. Others will surface only when pressure demands them. Mastery does not arrive all at once. It emerges gradually, through repeated moments where you choose containment over reaction, clarity over urgency, and structure over assumption. Eventually, something subtle but significant happens. Communication stops feeling like a task you perform and starts feeling like a space you hold. In that space, others think more clearly. They regulate more effectively. They make better decisions, often without realizing why. That is when communication becomes leadership. Not because you are directing others, but because you are creating the conditions in which direction is possible. Global work will always involve friction. Language will always distort meaning. Cultures will always collide in unexpected ways. This book does not promise to remove those realities. It equips you to navigate them without losing clarity, authority, or yourself. When communication is steady, complexity becomes manageable. When meaning is held, pressure becomes tolerable. And when systems are designed with care, even the most challenging conversations can move forward, not perfectly, but productively. That is the work. And now, you have the controls.